Anora is probably my most anticipated film for the rest of the year. I actually did buy the Blu-rays for Florida Project and Red Rocket in anticipation for this film's release and my first screening at the London Film Festival, but I didn't have time and also, forgot to watch them, which is annoying because I've heard such great things about them and Sean Baker himself. But I'm 100% going to check them out really, really soon after seeing Anora, because I am so interested to see the other films of Sean Baker. Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen any other film with Sean Baker. That's why I bought the Blu-rays. Yeah, Anora is my first introduction into Sean Baker's filmmaking. And in short, all I can say is, wow. This was my first screening at the London Film Festival. It's my first screening ever at any film festival, which is something I will never forget, and I'm so glad it was Anora. It was the one I really, really tried hard to get when tickets were released. I was straight onto the Anora screenings trying to get a ticket for them. Luckily managed to get one for the Tuesday screening, and that was the most important one for me, and I'm so happy I was able to, because this film is amazing. The film follows Anora, a sex worker who meets the son of a Russian oligarch at her place of work, and their romance grows as they elope in Vegas. However, word gets out to Vanya's parents of their marriage, and they do everything they can to reverse what happened. Tell within the first 10 minutes of Anora that this was going to be a real great experience, especially with the movie opening to take that, and that I was going to love this film. Everything is really well introduced in the first act, and throughout the second and third act, the chaos ensues, the pace ramps up as something happens and you're taken on a little adventure, which just wrote me into the film even more than I already was. I was completely entertained throughout. I didn't know where the story was going to go as it transitioned between acts and scenes, which is exactly what you want for a film. The ending as well was so powerful and rounded out perfectly the emotion and depth in which the film has. The sense of respect that Baker gives towards the sex worker occupation, he treats them as humans with emotions and the tough lives that some of them live, which just adds to the depth and emotion which builds throughout the story. I, again, haven't seen a Sean Baker film before, was expecting a more dramatic film, but the comedy played really well. The audience were in absolute bits all throughout the screening, and that was through the great screenwriting from Sean Baker and brilliant comedic timing from the actors. Mark Adelstein produces quite a lot of the comedy as he plays that spoiled 21-year-old hilariously. Madison puts in arguably the best performance of the year. Anora goes through pretty much every emotion she could feel, and which Madison portrays extremely well. The character has so much depth and emotion to her, in which she brings in absolute bucketfuls. It's a performance that I don't think I've seen anything like particularly before, which is unbelievably impressive, and she's really showcased her talent. I had only really seen Marky Madison in supporting roles in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Scream 5, so didn't ultimately know a lot about her, but this performance has showed me how good of an actress Marky Madison is, and I know about her now. Nora is for sure getting a haul at the award circuit and is going to play extremely, extremely well. And I thought this when it premiered in Cannes and won the Palme d'Or. A picture nomination is a given. That's just happening. And I think it's strong enough to get a director nomination for Sean Baker as well. Marky Madison could win for actress. Her performance is that good. And the actress category this year, there's quite a lot of leeway in who can win. There's no real front runner yet. So I personally think Marky Madison is the front runner at the moment. But yeah, the screenplay has a real shot. It's really, really good. I think it has a great chance at winning original screenplay. I can't think of another screenplay that I've seen this year that's better for original screenplay anyway. And yes, I haven't seen quite a lot of the other films as well. But I don't know if a film takes over. I don't know if another screenplay takes the award off of Anora. Anora will also play in it through text, I think. I think cinematography is one to watch out for. I personally don't think it will get a nomination just because there are probably 5 better looking movies out there that have better cinematography, but Anora is really, really good. And if Anora gets on that role, sometimes they do this with films where they just keep nominating it, sometimes for stuff that they shouldn't do. And by that, I mean giving the nomination when it doesn't necessarily need it. That could happen with cinematography. Editing is another one to keep out for as well, with how fast-paced the film is, how chaotic the film is, especially in the second and third act. The editing is really, really good, and that could also get the nomination as well. Win picture, it's got to beat out another few players, films I haven't seen before, so it's really hard for me to kind of comment on it. I haven't seen Conclave. I didn't manage to catch that screening at the London Film Festival. I will be watching it a few days before it comes out in November. But it's really hard for me to say because I haven't seen it. Same with The Brutalist. I haven't seen that either. but they have incredible buzz, both of them. I have seen Sing Sing, and I think Anora does have the opportunity to overtake Sing Sing in like, if you were gonna rank the 10 picture nominations, I think it is above Sing Sing. The release strategy wasn't great for Sing Sing, and it could hurt it. Despite, well, I say that, but you know, Sing Sing and A24 will manage to get the film in front of the right people, in front of the right voters. Who knows? That release strategy might not mean anything, might not mean absolutely anything, but there is a world where Anora comes out with all these nominations, which is what, 6. I think it can get 6. I don't think it can get more, but they're pretty much all above the line nominations, apart from editing and cinematography. They're all part of the big 5, and Anora has a real chance at winning a lot of them. Yeah, Anora is one of the best films of the year for me. An incredibly well-made film with some brilliant performances. I would definitely check this film out when it hits wide release in November. Well, November for the UK. If you have seen Anora, please let me know what you thought. Do you think it will win Best Picture? That's the question. If you enjoyed the videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next.